Welcome to the most dangerous prison in America. Back with Tommy G. My name is Mula. Sometimes I talk like this. Sometimes I sound like Batman. Sometimes I don't. Let's get into the video. They must be in Georgia or somewhere.
8 armed robberies, 9 aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon.
Oh my God. Look at that. Shot him.
You got locked down, and next thing you know, dude, all you're hearing is locker boxes banging. You're hearing metal on meat. Hit him with the fan motor. Stabbed him. This is hours on end.
Oh, that nigga beat his ass. Dang.
They must be
How
in
terrible
Georgia.
are the living conditions in prison? Horrible.
Says, hey man, there's a guy in the TV room named Rex, and he says he's gonna turn you out.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
What does that mean? Like,
No,
I don't
you
care.
know what it mean. He coming to get your butt. He coming to take your innocence, man. That's what it mean, man. Now, off this short clip, we only a minute into the video. I don't know what makes somebody see this and be like, yeah, I'm finna go be a gangster. I'm finna go to prison. I don't care. What?
What?
Oh, no. What you need me to do, officer? You need me to shut the fuck up, not shoot nobody, not have a gun, and not do no drugs? Okay. Crisscross applesauce in this motherfucker right quick, okay? Crisscross applesauce. We not gonna play no games with you. Whatever I need to fuck to do to stay up out that prison, I'ma do it. You ain't gotta tell me 2 times. I done seen enough already. We just started the video. Do your
He's like,
homework.
it means he's gonna rape you.
Sexual assault is common
Come
in
on,
prison.
man.
Oh, absolutely.
All I had, help, he raping me.
Describe life in a Georgia
I knew they was in
prison.
Georgia.
I say it's dangerous. You better be on all your tens, cause this place, it ain't no play for the weak.
Tell everybody what you do for fun around here.
See, you really want to show this?
Y'all really want to see what we do for fun around here?
For Black History Month,
Oh,
a bunch of
no.
white guys were on dog collars.
Every Black History Month in Georgia State Prison, that's what they do.
Which gang would you say was the most dangerous?
Bloods.
What kind of stuff would they do to get money?
Shit, rob you. Like right now we speak, somebody might be tied up against stabbed. Right now we speak in Georgia State Prison.
I don't understand it, bro.
About a year ago, I started seeing posts from prison inmates coming across my Instagram feed, and it was absolutely crazy. Some of these guys had
Bro.
Jordans on, some had piles of cash and pounds of weed, some even had video games in their cell.
Big
and it made
old
me wonder
TVs.
how this was all
This is
possible.
crazy,
but then
bro.
I saw this. Guys posted up with knives, vicious-looking machetes, entire gangs armed to the teeth. So I started to wonder what was going on in the Georgia prison system. And once I went down this rabbit hole,
Bro,
I
this
couldn't
is some
stop.
crazy
I started learning about horrific living conditions, brutal murders, prisons with no guards on duty, extortion gangs that charge you rent if you want to be alive, smuggling, bribery, gang warfare, guards and gangs, and even the prison system covering up murders. So to bring you
course.
into this world, you'll hear from current inmates on the
Man,
inside.
and that's
former
why I
inmates-
ain't gonna lie, boy. I wasn't, man. It was some shit, boy. When I lived in Atlanta, I wasn't going to jail. I don't give no fuck, man.
It's
Listen,
and retired
I went to
guards.
Cobb County Jail once for like driving without a license. Some stupid shit. But as far as like real, no.
And today you'll see inside one of the most brutally dangerous places in the country, the Georgia State prison system.
Y'all crazy as hell.
I'm 24 years old, and I'm currently goddamn locked up for some bullshit. I'm locked down because goddamn some shit popped, little water popped off, can't get no showers. You know what I'm saying? I stink, balls stink, ass stink, armpit stink. I gotta take a shower there right here.
That ain't boy named Slime Busy, man, you know what I'm saying? Wash clothes right now, but it kind of hard right now. You know you gotta wash clothes. What's up, my nigga? You smooth, bro? Yeah.
How long you got those there, bro?
Shit, I got about like goddamn 8, 9 months left, though. How many long you got, bro?
Yeah, but that hit me with what it is right here. You don't know what that is, shit, you know what
Like
I'm saying? Yeah. Keep peeping out the window, cause both of them pop between the muzzles and the blood and shit. I'm trying to see what's going on, you know what I'm saying?
I got shot in the spine, you know what I'm saying? Police shot me, and I had to learn how to walk again. 3.5 years straight, I've been goddamn paralyzed. For being paralyzed, I went through a lot of trial and tribulation, especially with the police, because the police knew I shot some folks. You know what I'm saying? You know, I shot my PO type shit. And she,
What?
especially with the police, because the police knew I shot some folks. You know what I'm saying? You know, I shot my PO type.
You shot your probation officer while she was pregnant. You could just tell, like, man, this is some crazy. These niggas, man, I don't know, bro. I'm sorry. I just feel sorry for them because you could tell, like, they parent, a lot of times, bro, they parents failed them, gang. Some of these niggas had good parents, good family. They just wanted to be stupid for sure. But a lot of these niggas, they parents failed them from the time they was born, gang. Like, it's really sad.
She was pregnant, but she really spoke on my behalf and really gave me a second chance and told them folks just mental health evaluate me and give me a second chance at life. And that really just a blessing, to be honest with you, because she really could have done called the nigga if she really wanted to.
Per capita, the Georgia prison system is arguably the most dangerous place in the United States. For reference, let's compare to Memphis, Tennessee, which has been America's murder capital for the last couple years. There were 234 murders recorded in Memphis in 2025 with a population of just over 600,000. By comparison, it's estimated that in 2025 that between 50,000 Georgia prison inmates, there were over 300 murders, which would make the Georgia prison system 15 times more murderous than the most dangerous city in the country.
I know these niggas just envy, these niggas just on me. When you speaking with the squid, hothead, shit, man. I went away for armed robbery, caught 20 years, niggas snitched on me type shit.
Describe life in Georgia.
You see how easy that is? Because a lot of niggas in the streets think armed robbery is just easy way to get some money real quick. Armed robbery will have your ass in jail for 20 years. Nobody don't got to get hurt. You ain't got to hit nobody, shoot nobody, nothing. If you present a weapon to somebody and say, give me that shit, I don't care if it's a water bottle, a watch, a chain, a car, a designer bag, a phone, it don't matter. You present a weapon, gang, and you tell some person, you make somebody give you something, and you get caught for that, you getting a Twinkie, bro. You getting 20 years, quick. They ain't not even playing. Like, I don't be understanding it. Unless you robbing fucking somebody for $1 trillion, I don't understand how that's even worth it in your head, bro. Like, I don't know. I live life real simple, gang. So before I go rob a nigga, I'm the type of nigga get on Google and be like, what happened if we get caught? 20 years. Let's look. Armed robbery sentence. I'm in Miami, so let's do Florida. You can get up to life in prison for that. I'm cool. I don't want to do that.
I say it's dangerous. You better be on all your tens, because this place, it ain't no play for the weak. 0 staff. No staff working.
No staff.
Nigga dying every day.
What do you do to pass the time?
Talk to my whole press niggas, kick up my partner,
press
niggas,
niggas.
music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit the streets up, see what they doing. We ain't doing shit, we doing time, really.
Let me give you the bird's eye view of the Georgia prison system. Here, there are over 50,000
y'all
inmates spread
crazy as
across
hell, bro.
34 state prisons, 4 privately ran facilities, and over 20 county work camps. Within these walls, there are well over 12,000 registered gang members, and they far outnumber the guards. Gangs in here run highly sophisticated smuggling networks to bring in drugs and weapons, they bribe and control corrections officers, and they run brutally violent extortion campaigns targeted on non-gang affiliated inmates, which are referred to as civilians. In here, you have to fight to survive.
It's crazy.
I did 5 years.
Look at all that.
And what did you serve for?
Armed robbery.
Where in Georgia did
Armed
you go to?
robbery.
Marietta, Cobb County.
And then you went to prison?
Yeah, I went to prison. I went from juvenile. Once I turned 17, I went straight to prison.
What was that like?
Terrible.
Tell me about it.
Shit, first year was rough, I ain't gonna lie. You know, everybody, you know, gang bang, they all bloods, you know, trying to rob you, extort you, stab you over some food. You either gonna die about it or you gonna kill them about it.
Were you in a gang before juvenile?
No, it's not a gang.
My name E-Man. I did 10 years in Georgia State Prison.
And what'd you serve for?
Armed robbery and a bunch of other little petty crimes. But
See how all these people armed robbery, gang? Cause that shit is so normalized in the hood. Like, yeah, we just robbed a nigga, man. We took all this. Yeah. I'm finna go sell this shit, man. Ha. Yeah, finna buy some weed. We get high. Yeah. And then your dumb ass end up in prison, and you just sitting there. So it just be like, what are y'all really doing? You could have went and got a job and made more money off the armed robbery. You ain't robbed fucking. You know what I'm saying? You didn't rob the rich billionaire down the street, bro. You robbed another broke nigga. What the fuck?
Officially went down the road for armed robbery.
How would you describe the conditions inside the Georgia State prison system?
Now, the conditions in Georgia State Prison are terrible, man. I know for sure that Georgia State Prison is the worst prison in the United States.
You went viral for posting videos of your time in there, right?
And rapping, posting things that I was doing. And all.
Did you post that after you got out?
Nah, I posted while I was in there.
Did you get in trouble at all?
Yeah, I went to the hole every time.
My name is Cody Witt, and I served 5 years.
And what were you in for?
Armed robbery.
Okay.
Armed
What
robbery.
was it
Everybody
like when
armed
you
robbery.
first got to your cell, and what were some of the things you had to do or prove yourself on?
So my second day in prison, I'm thinking, man, this is going so smooth, it's awesome. I'm up there with my buddy from Gainesville, and he tells me, he says, hey man, there's a guy in the TV room named Rex, and he says he's gonna turn you out. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't care. And he's like, that means he's gonna read me.
I think it's just crazy. I think, first of all, most people in prison are, I don't want to call them losers, but most people in prison are crazy. It's something wrong with them already. That's why they in here. It's a lot of smart people in prison, but most of them is just crazy, off the wall, loose screw. And then you put them in here, and then they got these fucked up conditions that make it worse. Worse. And then, like I said, you always gonna be a product of your environment. So if you in a place for 3 years every single day of your life, and it's just nothing but crazy shit going on, you best believe that you gonna end up participating in some of the crazy shit, even if this not something that you would do if you wasn't here, but now it's normal to you. You feel me? Now it's normal to you. So now you just doing, you don't even really know why you doing it. You got this nigga tied around with a belt, making him walk around like a dog. You don't even really know what you doing. But when you ain't got nothing else to, like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, if y'all don't know, like, let me show y'all real quick. If you look up prisons in Sweden or Norway or some of these places, right? This is how they prisons look. It looked like a little tiny mini apartment. You could tell it's still a prison cell. There's nothing luxury about it, right? But what they do is they actually rehabilitate you. They actually give you a structure, give you a plan. They give you therapists to, you know what I'm saying? And you have a personal therapist that you talk to every day. You feel what I'm saying? And you actually get rehabilitated back into society. They get you to understand why you were doing this stupid shit, why you was committing crimes, why you're here. They get you to understand that. They don't just treat you like an animal, because if you lock a bunch of niggas up, you take away their phone, they don't got no TV, they ain't got nothing to do, they ain't got nowhere to go, they don't got, you know what I'm saying? There's no guards in here. Half the people in here are already crazy. This gonna happen every time, bro.
You know? No, definitely.
Would you say it's more acceptable, or are people trying to take it from you?
Well, nah, it's definitely more acceptable now than back in the day.
Are they really against it, or they're just putting on like they're against it?
There's two ways in everything in this world.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
And did you go in unaffiliated?
I did. I was 18 years old, I was scared. I was roommates with a guy, and I saw him getting a lot of money. He was Crip. And he kept asking me, he's like, man, I heard about what you did in G2, man, how you beat that guy and stand on your 10 toes. He's like, man, you ought to get down with us. I'm like, nah, man, that's not me. I saw them getting all this money and having their way, and so I was like, let's run it, man.
Did you get jumped in?
Yeah, so I had to do 3 minutes with 3 different guys at once in the mop closet. So I got beat pretty bad. So if you drop, they stop the timer and they make you get back up.
Holy
and
shit.
you keep fighting. I had 2 black eyes, I had a busted lip, busted nose.
Dang.
Alright, so I did 4 years.
And what'd you serve for?
Armed robbery.
Everybody did armed robbery.
Fucked up. That shit really fucked up.
Ain't nobody
So did you
said
go
nothing
in
different.
unaffiliated? Did you join a crew? What did that look like?
I just went in like me. You feel me? And I just stood 10 toes.
Did you feel like you needed to get a knife just to protect yourself?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everywhere you go, you need a knife.
Of all the inmates in there, what % of them have a knife?
Oh, about 90.
Yeah,
95.
everybody got one, nigga. Look at that
So
shit.
basically, you guys want to know how knives made. The knives are usually made like this. You're gonna cut that off of metal, okay? So you can see how it outlined. I have a machete here. That would be the submachine gun. So we're literally gonna cut that.
How are you gonna
and
cut
then
that?
Once you cut it off, you know, it's shaped into a machete. What you guys are using out there would be a assault rifle. This would be my submachine gun.
My
You
name
people
is Tiffany
crazy.
Johnson.
How the fuck are you gonna cut this metal door? It's just a crazy to me too how like niggas in prison, it seems like they can do so fucking much. Like when you take everything away from somebody and they still figure out a way to, how did you figure out how to cut metal in prison? There's nothing in here. The average person walk in a cell and be like, what am I supposed to do with this? But it's like, if you would have put that same thought and that same effort into how am I finna get rich? How am I finna get out the hood? How am I finna move? How am I finna not go to, you probably wouldn't even be here, bro.
And I'm with Georgia Prisons Exposed.
With her Facebook page, Georgia Prisons Exposed, Tiffany is on the front lines of getting information out about what's really happening behind bars. It's a place where family members can communicate to check to see if their locked up loved one is still alive. And she also gives inmates a platform to let their voice be heard on things ranging from the AC unit going out during an excessive heat warning, to MRSA and scabies outbreaks, to figuring out whether recent deaths were because of murder or overdose.
Boy, y'all crazy as hell, boy.
Myself.
And what was it like behind bars?
It sucked. The officers could care less of what's going on with you.
Right now, there's an epidemic of stabbings and killings going
Yes.
on. Are they being covered up?
Yes.
And are they classifying murders as suicides?
A lot of times
You
they
already
do.
know
I
that.
know one lady, her son supposedly committed suicide, but when she got the autopsy report back, this bone right here was missing in his neck, and so it could have been strangulation, but he was brutally beaten, and she actually sent me his autopsy photos.
Damn.
I mean, they filleted him like a fish.
Do you think a lot of these deaths are covered up?
Yes. For example, I worked at Phillips State Prison. It was ruled suicide, but it was in a mental health unit, and the first thing that was done was the logs were checked to make sure that checks were being done properly. Then things were being filled out before medical even came down. Because the first thing the administration is going to say is, let me see your check logs.
Right.
Paperwork is being forged.
So I've heard stories of guys get put in solitary after a fight or a stabbing, and then a guard opens up the door.
Yes.
The guard that's affiliated with the gang.
Yep.
And then lets another gang member stab them to death.
Yes.
Damn.
I got stabbed in my sleep 9 times. He also set me up, man.
Damn.
Trying to put the word out there, you know what I'm saying? These people here is no good. Like, this shit is nowhere you want to be. All that street shit, this shit lame as f***. Your partner gonna tell on you at the end of the fucking day.
And that guard may not even be affiliated with a gang, but that inmate may have something on that guard.
Right.
Not only are guards allegedly helping in gang hits, but the DOJ found evidence that Georgia is routinely under.
I'm glad he said it though. That street shit lame as hell, man.
Homicide deaths.
Lame.
For example, independent watch groups estimate that over 300 inmates were murdered in 2025, but the
Damn,
state's
bro.
official records only show about 70 killings. One way the state does this is even if a body has clear evidence of being beaten or stabbed, they will label the cause of death as unknown, and they've used this tactic hundreds of times in recent years. But my question is, isn't covering up murder a crime? I mean, if a guy in the street does this, he gets 25 to life, but if a Georgia prison official does this, nothing to see here, it honestly sounds criminal to me.
Now, the danger, this something that go on every single day. Like right now we speak, somebody might be tied up against stabbed. Right now we speak in Georgia State Prison. I did my time in a level 5 prison, so 90% of the inmates had life sentences.
Because if you have a life sentence, where's there to lose if you stab someone or get in a fight?
Nothing. They gonna
He
come and
said,
get you if you
what did he
can't.
just say? 90%?
Level 5 prison, so 90% of the inmates had life sentences. And I did my time in a level 5.
He did his time in a level 5 prison. He did an armed robbery. He said 90% of the people in here have life in prison. Man, hell no. And y'all still go outside and gangbang and do street shit every day? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
So 90% of the inmates had life sentences.
Because if you have a life sentence, where's there to lose if you stab someone or get in a fight?
Nothing. They gonna come and get you if you kill somebody, but 9 out of 10, the person with the life sentence not gonna care though.
What was it like being a white person in Georgia prison?
Oh man, I had to constantly show out and constantly act like the big bad wolf. Like I survived out of other people fearing me.
Water, rats, all type of shit. You got water for every room flooded, all type of shit.
Did you feel like you were treated like an animal in there?
Hell yeah.
Tell me about that.
Man, food shitty. They'll even disrespect you, you feel me? Like, even though they guards, they think they got the privilege to disrespect you, but some people don't give a damn, so they gonna stab the officer or beat the officer, you feel me?
You're not gonna wanna miss what I show you next, but first give me 60 seconds to tell you about the sponsor.
Nope, ain't my damn sponsor, Tommy. Love you.
This is a no-brainer. Cash for sponsoring this, and now back to the episode.
Terrible, awful, no nutritional value. The commissary, on the other hand, healthiest thing on there was a tuna packet, and that was like $5, which is a lot in there. You're either making money off of cigarettes, weed, and illegal stuff, or you're having your family send money. If you're having your family send money, that's a lot of money a week you're spending just trying to eat.
Right.
Yeah, nigga, how we eating over here. You know what I'm saying? On the toilet. Get what? And this shit dirty as hell. This toilet ain't been clean in 30 days.
Yeah, man,
oh
that's
my
what we eat
God.
right here, man. Ain't nothing but a little soups, cheese.
I had said, I remember, I'm gonna stop. It was a few days ago. I made a clip. Well, one of my clippers posted a clip on my page. He made a clip about what I was saying, and I was basically saying something about prison. I was basically like, you know, niggas be tough and like they come over saucing it when it come to how they was doing in prison and what they was doing in prison and stuff like that, right? And I had basically was saying that, and niggas was like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, da 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 da. But it's like, I know I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. But I mean, I know I never been to prison, but I know what I'm talking about. What I was saying was, is like you come out here and you be this big bad gangster, but then you end up having to go to prison and listening to other people, right? And then most people was in my comments like, well, nigga, no, Mo, you tripping, boy. Hella people do this, that, the third. The gangs and the inmates run the prisons. Oh, and I'm like, okay, so if the inmates run the prisons, why they ain't just leave then? They obviously don't run it that much if they still in there. They can't leave it when they want to. Okay, great. You run the prison, but you living like this. What is that? What does that do for you? Does that give you you feel good about yourself now, bro? Like that. And what I was saying is, niggas come home from prison and be like, yeah, man, I was in there having my way, man. You wasn't having your way, bro. You was locked in a cell. You was eating terrible food, drinking out of toilets that ain't been clean. You stinking every day. Niggas getting killed and raped every day, bro. You was not having it your way. You was not.
Chips and that bitch. Jalapeno pepper.
This how you eat for free at Chang, bro. $25 right here. It's $25 for this. $25.
$25.
Anything or Venmo.
How much you spend on all this?
You know what I'm saying? I spent $79.
You spent $79 and you saying this $75. So you gonna sell this, get your money back, and then what?
This all my food that I eat right here.
So do what you munching on.
Do what I'm munching on. You know what I'm saying?
That's free game. You a smart man. Look, it's a method to his madness, man. Straight
Wait,
up.
what he saying?
If you can't eat free at Chang, you going out bad. You going out bad, bro.
Going out bad, man.
Bro.
So we're gonna have the lasagna, Italian seasoning.
So I think he's saying he bought the stuff for $75 and he gonna flip it and then just keep spending the money back like that. I guess I don't know.
And the sausage all into the bowl to make the filling. And now I'm gonna mix in the Italian sausage.
I'm cool, bro. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it.
How many guards were there for the inmates?
4 out of 4, like 700 people.
So if something went down, how much help were the guards?
No help.
So guards are short-staffed?
Yeah, very.
Were there fights that they just did nothing about?
Nah, ain't no fights. You getting stabbed. You fight, someone gonna come behind you and stab you.
A war broke out.
He said, no, nigga, ain't no fight.
And there were 2 guards on shift. And they stood outside the dorm and watched. What are you gonna do? There's 30 guys on one side, 30 guys on the other. They all got knives and they're all fighting each other. What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
How is that even possible to keep anything safe?
You can't.
Were there enough guards for how many inmates there were?
No, it's never enough guards. And some stuff I don't even supposed to say, but I'm gonna tell you, cause it's never enough guards. Like, we need guards for some of these guys to make it home. Like, a lot of guys that died in there would never died if it was guards. I did 10 years. I done had thoughts that I'd get killed in there.
Of course.
I'm a gang member, and the gang lifestyle in there is way totally different than the civilian lifestyle in there.
They are understaffed. The pay
Man,
is
my ass being
at a
PC,
bare
boy.
minimum.
Y'all crazy as hell, gang.
Honestly, it's not even
I don't give no fuck
minimum
about none of that
wage.
tough shit.
So you're expected to work 12, 13, 14 hours, one officer in a dorm of 200 inmates, level 5 violent inmates. And you could be a female or one male working in that dorm, and you're expected to maintain control, and you're the only person. It is nothing for.
I think they need to pay. They need to pay niggas more. And I think that for a lot of shit. Like, okay, we really need doctors. Without doctors, this world does not go round. So, in turn, if you go to school for as many years as you got to go to school to be a doctor, and you get all your certificates, and you become a whatever, and you do this, you do that, you get paid for it. Doctors get a lot of money. right? They have great lives, nice houses, suburbs. Their wife drive a Benz, they drive a BMW. Their kids go to private school. A lot of doctors have money. I feel like other things in society, people should have more money, bro. Teachers, I think teachers once, I think it should be required for you to go to school for a little bit longer to become a teacher. But once you become a teacher, I feel like you should be getting paid $100,000 a year. The same thing I feel like for prison inmates, bro, because niggas is really, it's a lot of innocent. I can imagine it's a lot of innocent people in there that's just getting killed, murdered every day, that probably wouldn't have got killed if they had guards. Because if the guards was making $100,000 a year, and it's more people signing up, right? Now they take their jobs more serious, and now it's a safer place for everybody to at least get through your sentence. Like, damn.
Made to offer an officer
I'm stressed out.
$2,500 for an iPhone, and you barely make that on your first paycheck.
Right.
And what is the starting pay? What is the starting pay?
I believe
to
it's
be a guard?
$32,000.
So like $16 an hour.
When I started, it was $32,000.
That's
I believe
crazy.
that the last that I heard
$32,000 a
was
year. That's poverty,
Georgia's
bro. I don't give a fuck
prisons
where you
are
at.
understaffed by about 60 to 70%, and most of them. There's been people that has laid there dead for, you know, a couple of days before they were even found by officers.
But now it's a supervision problem. Like, these guys can't be monitored. They literally can't be monitored.
Right.
So it leads to more violence and more mental health issues.
Right. On average, across the state, fewer than 50% of guard positions are filled. And according to national standards, a
Fewer than
safe,
50.
functioning
Damn.
prison should be at 90% staffed. Let's cover the situation at Georgia's most dangerous facilities. Valdosta State Prison has only 20% of guard positions filled, and stabbings happen there daily. At
Only
30%,
20%. So out of 100% of guard positions, it's only 20% filled. Do you understand how insane that is, bro?
staff facilities like Macon State and Georgia Diagnostic, the Department of Justice found that inmates are using fishing line and super glue to perform DIY surgery on their own stab wounds. But it does make you wonder, with the staffing crisis this severe, why hasn't Georgia called in the National Guard to help make these prisons safe again?
Think about it too, bro. It's some people in there that didn't do it, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Which
Some
gang
crazy
would you
shit.
say was the most dangerous?
Bloods.
And why is that?
Cause most of them don't got family support, so you feel me? They just gonna come stab you and kill you, or get rank off it too.
So part of the reason they were so aggressive is because they had no one back home to support them, so that this is what they had to do to get theirs.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff would they do to get money?
Shit, rob you.
Rob you,
And who'd
kill
you ride with in prison?
I'm Blood.
And from what I hear, the Bloods did some of the most of the extorting and things like that.
Most definitely.
Can you speak about that?
You don't want to go in there and have to listen to another grown man. Like with this gangbanging stuff, nobody bigger than the program. Somebody gonna be telling you what to do.
Here's how the extortion campaigns could look. Let's imagine you are a rural guy named Jeff that got caught up using meth and you get sent to prison. And because you walk in there unaffiliated with a gang, inmates look at you like a dog looks at a bone. And now it's likely that you get placed in a pod that a gang will run. So they might tie you up, beat you, and using smuggling phones, they will send pictures of you to your family members saying, if you don't send us $300 a week, Jeff will be beaten or dead, and they mean it.
Have a tooth lifting every 10 minutes so I can get my money, man.
And just like that, Jeff's family, who is likely already struggling to make ends meet, is faced with an additional $1,200 bill just to keep their family member alive in prison. And remember, there are barely any guards in there, and the ones that could help you might very well be paid off by the same gang that's extorting you. It's easy money.
Yeah, sometimes like the gang members will force people to take the drug and, you know, video them and send it to their families, and they're like, you know, you need to send money in, like, you know, so we don't kill them. And sometimes they just make them take it for their own enjoyment.
Yeah,
It
just to be
scares
funny.
me. Even when I'm driving down the road, I'm like terrified that I'm gonna get pulled over and go to jail for something, and I'm not even doing anything.
Hell yeah.
What you do for fun around here? See, you really want to say this?
That's why I stay the fuck out, man. I'm telling you, gang, I stay the fuck out the way, boy. I tell you, I don't smoke outside my house. I don't smoke no weed outside my house. Like, I smoke at home in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my guns is registered. They all legal. I'm talking about everything. I don't play no games. Like, my registration, like, I used to fuck around with it, but now, man, my registration on my cars be straight. My license be good. I pay my tickets as soon as I get a ticket at 6 o'clock, nigga. By the time I get home at 6:30, I'm paying that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, boy. I don't play with them folks, gang. I'm cool, bro.
Do y'all really want to see what we do for fun?
Man, this one guy.
My chest hurt, boy.
They were
I've been
both
working
on
out.
meth and strips. Strips are spice. And they have
Oh,
both
hell
been
no.
up a couple days, and the guy tells, they're good buddies, JB and I forgot the other guy's name. And he says, don't put him in the cell with me tonight, I'm gonna kill him. Wigging out on strips and ice. They get put in the cell together at night, no one listened to him. You know, this was during coronavirus, so there
Damn.
was like 2 guards for the whole 1,200 man compound. We got locked down, and next thing you know, dude, all you're hearing is locker boxes banging, you're hearing metal on meat, hit him with the fan motor, stabbed him. This is hours on end just happening. And my bunkmate's like, "Oh, we need to go check on him. We need to go check on him." I'm like, dude, I'm not going nowhere near that shit. You can
Oh,
go
God.
check on him. And JB comes out with a blanket over his head that's bloody and saying, I didn't want to do it, man. I didn't want to do it. And then all you see is the head of this other guy poking out from under a pile of clothes, and he's missing his eyeballs. His face is all bloody.
What the fuck?
So they were
Personally go up
buddies,
to
but they were
see
so mentally ill from the drugs that they killed.
Yeah.
He killed his buddy.
K2. It's K2 what everybody be talking about now. Yeah.
Paper strips, also known as K2 or spice, is a synthetic cannabinoid and is one of the biggest drugs in prison. It's cheap to make, easy to smuggle in, and once you get addicted, you are in a very dangerous position. Inmates will tie you up when you are high so they can extort you, or they
Right.
will use you for cheap labor when other inmates know that you'll do anything to get your hands on another strip.
Right.
You say you went for what?
I said, now we went from friendship to slavery. Now he's
Hey,
slavery.
man, this a business, man. Everything a business, bro.
Oh, yeah.
When I call you up here, bro, and you make your money, bro, that shit cool, bro. Hey, you already know, man, you know, got my boy in here, cleaning up, gotta get me together. I ain't gotta do none of that shit, man. You know, when you got it like that, shit happen.
Whole step in that bitch. Hit it twice. Hey, hold it in till they get back to you.
Bring the trash can.
Hold it in till they get back to you. Put it in. Don't blow it out. Don't blow it out, Smiley. Hold it in till they get back to you.
Shit
I know you can do it, Smiley. They ain't nothing.
Are they making them do that?
We got one.
Folks, I'm trying to show you as much as I can inside the Georgia prison system, but some of it is just too brutal, dangerous, and graphic to show fully on YouTube. So if you would like to see the full and uncensored version of this episode, head to my Patreon, and you'll also get exclusive access to the early Dallas Trap House episode, as well as the Atlanta Dance Club episode.
This
If you
some
join
crazy
today
shit.
and use code PRISON, you will get 50% off your first month on the site. I appreciate your support, and now back to the episode. How terrible are the living conditions in prison?
Horrible.
Is this the fault of the administration or of inmates?
Both. The
Both.
orderlies are supposed to take care of the basics, you know, the mopping, the cleaning, and stuff like that. But no one cares until it's quote unquote inspection time, where the warden walks the compound and checks every dorm.
Right.
And let's be real, the wardens.
They don't get no fuck either. They getting paid. They don't care.
I'm gonna be honest, they don't give a damn.
Hell no.
They're just trying to figure out which officer they can sleep with.
We've heard of people that have been eaten alive by bed bugs. and rats.
Damn.
Yes, bed bugs, rats.
George, what the fuck?
People that have been eaten.
Bro, hey, bro, I don't. This some shit I would show my kids, bro. On God, when I have a son, whenever I had kids and I got a son, bro, I would show my daughter too, for sure. But my sons, you know, it's really the boys that's susceptible to this dumb shit. I would show my sons this shit once a week. The hell you talking about? This is some crazy shit. Georgia man found dead in a bed bug infested jail cell. He died of severe neglect. What does that even mean? What is severe neglect? That mean he just wasn't eating or nothing, or he just was, I don't know. This is
alive
crazy.
by bed bugs and rats?
Yes,
crazy.
bed bugs, rats, roaches. I mean, their facilities that they're living in is just disgusting.
Her name is Willie Jackson. I went away to prison for 30 years.
Damn.
I went away for murder, armed robbery, and aggravated assault. I remember the first prison that I went to, it was called Georgia State Prison in Reedsville.
30
Every
years?
cell in Reedsville was a single man cell. They put 3 beds in the single man room. No matter what we did, you know what I'm saying, the punishment is to serve time in prison. It's not for the guards to beat us. We still have rights. It's worse than what it was when I was there.
How are they extorting guards?
Female officers are groomed. So it'll start off something simple as, you smell nice today, Miss Jones. Did you do something different to your hair, Miss Jones? And then these women who, some may be lacking self-esteem, some may be...
Most of them are lacking self-esteem. Let's just be honest, bro. The pretty girls with the fucking, you know, the attractive women who have husbands at home and a kid, and they was always the pretty girl in high school. Those type of people aren't coming to work at the Georgia State Prison. It's usually the big girls. I'm just being honest, bro. It's usually the big girls. It's usually the women who might not be that attractive. You know what I'm saying? So when they get attention like that at here, they's like, ooh, this is the only attention I'm getting. You feel me?
Lacking, you know, love or companionship that they get at home. They're spending 12 to 13 hours a day with the same group of inmates are falling for it. And it becomes to meet me in the broom closet. Because if you have one officer working a dorm, there's blind spots everywhere when it comes to cameras.
Hell
it is nothing for an officer to have sexual relations with an inmate.
So how common is it that guards are having sex with the inmates?
I'd probably say weekly.
We call the local police for help. Hey, will they be willing to let us in here? Instead of just telling us no, they call back up and say, we can take you to jail for this. So we have to leave, and maybe this is part of the Georgia system that seems to love prison so much. 3 officers? Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
All right, I'm fine. We're doing a documentary. Okay, let's do it from the street. We were here peacefully, and then we asked for your help, and then 3 cars showed up.
No, this is why we come, and we just come to make sure that we are same sheet of music. We're from the streets.
Just so we know the zone, what's the zone that we can't step on? This entire square block?
Technically, you can be on the sidewalk. But here's the problem: once you go further, which most people start doing, you say, okay, we're not. Then
what
the
is
difference
that?
You get
Is that a jail?
closer, we end up taking you to jail. Public sidewalk is fine. Public sidewalk, no further.
Did you guys find that to be an unreasonable response for a polite request?
Well, we live here, so it's an everyday response to us, and that's just the college campus police.
Right.
That's
that
not even
real police. That wasn't even the real police.
Police.
We're setting up for our second shot, and again, we called the police for help to see if they would, you know, politely, could we get in? And look, they have a sentry post monitoring us now, and it makes you wonder, why did I even bother calling them in the first place for help if this is how it was going to turn out?
Should just did it on our own, right?
Right. What was they trying to get a shot in front of a jail?
Folks, we're here in Georgia on a covert mission. We're about 3 minutes away from one of the deadliest prisons in the country, Coastal State Prison. We're talking about a prison where people get stabbed, they get murdered, guards get caught smuggling contraband. This is a place with very serious problems. It's nighttime, it's Georgia, we're approaching a prison. We're probably gonna be met with resistance by the security. What we're gonna try and do is infiltrate as far as we can to get an idea of what this place looks like. Because I'm just thinking, we all live in this safe little bubble, and there's these places that are absolute gladiator schools.
I know, right?
That people get locked up at.
I remember when I told y'all about my one jail, my one real jail, real experience. Like, that's when I was, it's 2022. When I was in Miami for spring break, I had just got rich, so I'm in Miami acting a fucking fool. We got lamb trucks. You know what I'm saying? I had just started getting rich that November. So November, December, January, February, and then March, I saved up $500,000. And I'm like, I'm gonna spend a little bit. Let's go to Miami with my homeboys and have a blast type shit. Didn't have no fun. Got locked up. We landed, nigga. We got locked up the same night we landed. But anyway, so we get arrested, right? And we in Miami-Dade County, so we get arrested for some bullshit. We get arrested for, at that time, you couldn't have guns on you without a license. Even though we had just left the airport, the guns was in our case. It was in my case. They was my legal guns in my name, right? They had 2 guns locked in the case in the car. They pulled us over. They smelled the weed, whatever the case was, locked us up. They said they smelled weed. So anyway, long story short, so we get locked up at probably like, I don't know, it had to be like midnight or something like that. We didn't get out till the next day at 8 p.m. But anyway, I was in a cell I was in a cell for about 45-ish minutes by myself. It was a 2-man cell, but I was in there by myself. And I remember it was like this little window. And Miami-Dade County Jail is like, it's not like all the way out the way. Like it's in the middle, like it's a street. It's a lot of stuff going on around it. So I just remember looking outside the window and looking like, damn, all these people just driving by, living their life, and I'm in this fucking cell looking stupid. And I just couldn't help but think like, damn, people do this shit every day for years, bro. I'm cool, gang. That was my last time even being close to going to jail. That was 4 years ago.
This is happening in 2026, where we're supposed to have humane prisons for people. I would say this is a violation of human rights.
Man, it's a violation of life rights, nigga.
What's really nuts right now is to be only feet away from a place that I know there's people in there right now getting extorted. There's family members from the outside having to send money in just for them to have a bed or not die.
Yeah, man, we got these boys downtown down there, motherfucker. These boys at Garnett Station. But ain't nobody with Shawty. 2025, we got niggas sleeping in the mat.
What the hell?
It makes me wonder, if I was a state senator here, or even the warden of this prison,
why you got
would
them
I not
sleeping in a
send in
mat?
the National Guard or do something? An emergency is happening in here. There are more murders happening in the Georgia prison system than in the most murderous city in America, Memphis, Tennessee. What will it take for state government to step up and care and do something about this? Whether someone in there is a murderer or whatever crime, these are people that are supposed to receive human rights. Folks, most of the footage you're going to see in this episode are from inmates that are working with us that want to share their experience, and they're doing this at great risk. But I did want to see one of the more dangerous ones with my own eyes to get a feel for what we're working with here.
Damn.
All right, folks, we are at the Georgia State Capitol. I wanted to make sure these politicians know exactly what is happening in their prison system so that there could be an attempt.
I think I'm cool. I don't even want to watch all that shit. I done seen enough crazy shit. This is about to be like the political side of it, which I definitely support and fuck with Tommy for doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying a murderer should have filet mignon in prison, but you shouldn't be afraid of being stabbed in your sleep. That's just ridiculous. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I know this episode was tough to watch. It was.
Let me show you some shit that worked. What's that shit? What was it, bro? I think it was Colombia, right? Or El Salvador. Y'all ever seen that? How them niggas is living? But at least they safe though. It's like, damn. So I done reacted to this a few times. I might actually repost it for people that didn't see it, but look at how they living. So this is the cell door, right? This is how they live and they shit. So they got a bunch of guards. Right? Look at this. This is the cells. So don't nobody get no one-man cell. I think this is their toilet or something.
The inmates,
crazy shit.
as you can see, they are all tattooed up. They have their gangs.
They all got on all white. This is they don't even get. This is some crazy shit though. I ain't gonna lie. This right here, they don't even get no mat, nigga. They sleep and lay on the fucking metal, just pure metal.
Hands up there. For life.
And the reason they did this is because El Salvador was so dangerous. Like people was getting killed so much. The gangs was running that shit. So they literally locked everybody up. Even people who just got a gang tattoo might have not even did nothing. They locked their ass up. Look at them. But it ain't no murders happening in this motherfucker. They packed in there. They don't, when I tell you they don't got nothing to do. All they do is they exercise every day. They come out here, right? This is their rec. They don't have no rec yard. They don't have no solo time. They don't have no, from my understanding, they ain't got no church or none of that. They just, nigga, it's just they exercise and go back in there.
As they're going to be learning about the gospel. They have a preacher right here who's
they
teaching
do learn about gospel.
This is the kind of workouts they can do. They have an instructor guy right here, and he is taking them through a workout where they're doing lunges, and they're going to touch their toes for 10 seconds. It's pretty crazy to see all these inmates as they have their tattoos of their MS-13 or Barrio 18 tattoo on their heads, all sorts of tattoos. It used to be a thing of pride to be a gangster here inside El Salvador. However, their pride has been destroyed and they're being humbled.
This is all they got, gang. Most of their ass got life, boy.
They don't even receive a pillow, and they don't know if it's night or day because the lights never turn off. These guys were let out of the cell, and if you look at their heads are literally plastered to the cement wall, and they're not moving. All these gangsters are afraid of their life and their freedoms have been stripped from them.
I'm cool, bro. And this I'm just gonna show y'all a little bit of this because this is crazy.
Solitary confinement. If a prisoner were to act up, he'd be sent into one of these rooms here.
This solitary.
Their bathroom. They get.
And I can imagine some of them people probably get in solitary on purpose just to get some fucking alone time and not be, I don't know, it's crazy.
And the only sort of light they have is this little peephole right up here, and they get absolutely nothing to use to sleep or to rest.
Crazy, bro.
Just pure concrete.
Just
now,
concrete.
if a riot would ever break out, they have all the equipment to take guns to that.
They eat the same thing every day, everything. In the morning, they serve beans, cheese, and cream. Beef. Oh my God. They don't even give them enough. They just give them enough literally to just stay alive. And it's the same for dinner, but lunch is different. Lunch comes with a portion of rice, a portion of pasta, 2 tortillas, and a
So
drink.
they're not given any sort of meat or any chicken.
Doesn't exist. A menu that has chicken or meat for a person deprived of freedom. Damn. I'm talking about, boy, they don't give you they don't got nothing in this motherfucker gang. So it's like, I don't know, what you want? You want to be in U.S. prison? Or you want to... I don't know, nigga. He just told them, everybody take their shirts off. Look at them, they got a tattoo. I never understood why people get gang tattoos. Like, all my tattoos is God, bro. This is a representation of God. This is an angel. This is a representation of a Bible verse. This is a Martin Luther King quote. This is a empath type. Like, I don't have nothing. Like, I never understood why people. Why would you get a gang tattoo? So you gonna permanently tell everybody that you in the gang? Why would you do that?
MS, 18 sureños están allá al centro y revolucionarios están allá al otro costado.
As you can see right here, you can see all the tattoos from the 18s on their chest to the 13s. ¿Y todavía se sienten orgullosos de ser bandero?
Hell no.
See? And after asking one group of gangsters if they still felt proud to be gangsters, I wanted to ask another group as well. ¿Y todavía se sienten orgullosos de ser bandero? And this group of gangsters' response was a little bit different than the last. No? All these guys were prideful and running the streets of El Salvador. Now,
and this is what happens, bro. This is why I be trying to tell. I be trying to help motherfuckers. Motherfuckers don't be wanting to listen to me, though. I be trying to tell people, boy, that street shit, boy, that shit ain't talking about Nathaniel, boy. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. This shit is crazy that people living like this right now, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can grab this water bottle and drink this water bottle, nigga. This shit make you appreciate. I can play the game on PS5. I got a fan. If I get hot, I got a fan. You get hot in there, you just hot, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got a computer. I got a video game. I got a notebook. I can go get some out of my fridge right now. I can go to my backyard. I can drive to the gas station. Freedom. I ain't giving that shit up for nothing, bro. I ain't gonna lie.